October 30th, 1961, the world held its breath. High over the Arctic Circle, a specially modified Soviet bomber was carrying a monster in its belly. This was the Tsar Bomba, the most powerful nuclear weapon ever built. It was so big it didn't even fit in the plane's bomb bay. It was a weapon of pure terror, designed for one purpose: to show the world that the Soviet Union could destroy anything, anywhere. This is the story of the day the Earth shook. The Tsar Bomba was the brainchild of a team of physicists led by Andrei Sakharov, working in the secret cities of Arzamas 16 and Chelyabinsk 70. Nikita Khrushchev, the Soviet leader, wanted a super bomb to intimidate the West. He demanded a 100 megaton weapon. The scientists, terrified by the potential fallout, managed to convince him to only test a 50 megaton version. To give you some perspective, that's about 3,300 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. The test took place over the Novaya Zemlya archipelago. When the bomb was released, it fell under a massive parachute to give the bomber pilot a chance to escape. He didn't have much of a chance. Even at 30 miles away, the shockwave was expected to be lethal. As the plane raced away, the bomb detonated at an altitude of about 13,000 feet. The explosion was unlike anything humanity had ever seen. The flash of light was visible 600 miles away. The mushroom cloud rose 40 miles into the sky, piercing the stratosphere. The shockwave was so powerful that it circled the entire planet 3 times. In a nearby village 250 miles away, wooden houses were leveled and stone buildings lost their roofs. The heat from the blast was so intense that it could have caused third-degree burns to anyone standing within 60 miles. The atmospheric pressure change was detected by weather stations all over the world. For a few seconds, the Soviet Union had unleashed a small star on the surface of the Earth. But the Tsar Bomba was more than just a scientific achievement. It was a political statement. Khrushchev bragged that the bomb was a gift to the West. But in reality, the weapon was practically useless. It was too heavy to be carried by a missile and too slow to be delivered by a bomber in a real war. It was a paper tiger made of plutonium and steel. The test also had a profound impact on the men who built it. Andrei Sakharov, the lead designer, was horrified by what he had created. He began to realize that the race for nuclear supremacy was a path to global suicide. This realization would eventually turn him from the Soviet Union's greatest scientist into its most famous dissident. The Tsar Bomba marked the peak of the nuclear arms race. After the test, both the US and the USSR began to realize that bigger wasn't necessarily better. They started to focus on smaller, more accurate missiles. And eventually, they began the long process of arms control. But the legacy of the king of bombs remains. It stands as a chilling reminder of a time when the world was on the brink of total destruction. And when the secrets of the atom were used to build a monument to fear. How does a man go from building the world's most powerful bomb to becoming a champion for human rights? In our next video, we're looking at the incredible moral journey of Andrei Sakharov, the man who found his conscience in the middle of a secret city.